Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Seduce Me the Otome. So, last time we chose, last time we had a choice between Seduce Me and Hold Me, and last time, I went with Hold Me, so this time we're gonna continue. But first, we're gonna go with, good old Seduce Me now. Hold on, I need to load up my guide here. One sec. One sec. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do today. And then we're gonna keep going and continue, and yes. I found myself forgetting the words yes and no. What could I say to him? I knew then what I knew then what I wanted, but how to say it without breaking the moment. Seduce me, motherfucker! You're gonna seduce me! Yeah, seduce me, man. Do it. Do it. Fucking do it. Fucking do it. Oh yeah. It's gonna get hot in here. I hope. I couldn't believe the two words that came out of my mouth. It made the most sense to tell him yes. Oh really? Oh really now? I needed him. I wanted him. Those two words must have made something in him finally break. Oh my god. No! I'm bracing myself. Oh fuck. Damien gently wrapped his arms around me and went. I should try to read this as seriously as possible. Okay, let's go. Damien gently wrapped his arms around me and went back to kissing me passionately. Damien simply ran his fingers down his jacket and shirt, releasing the buttons and revealing his bare chest to me. Oh no. I'm having a hard time here. I couldn't help but move one of my hands down his chest, running my fingers over the crevices of his muscles. A pleasured purr escaped his throat, making me shiver slightly. Damien, oh no. Okay, I can't! Ah! Damien let his both. Okay, that makes me feel better. Okay, that kind of ruined the moment. Let his both his shirt. Oh my god, how am I supposed to read this? Damien let both his shirt. Okay, there we go. I'll just read like that. Damien let both his shirt and jacket slide down his arms to the ground before cradling my head in his hands and kissing me deeply. I felt heat rise in my body, making me undo the tie underneath my collar. Oh my. And release the buttons on my own shirt. Oh, whoa, wow. Quickly, I removed my shirt and vest, making Damien stop kissing me and stare in slightly surprise. What? I don't think that sounds right. I was simply in a bra. Really. But I could feel a blush invade my cheeks. Oh, really? My shy side began to fester in my mind. Did I really want this? To undress before a demon? No. This was the man I loved, and yet I felt my innocence drape over me in almost shame. This is how you get rid of your innocence, man. Damien smiled and lifted my face to kiss me again. He knew I was nervous and wanted to draw my attention away from it. Before I knew it, he and I were both stripped of clothing, surrounded by a cloud of steam. Oh, God. The heat between our bodies simply added to the warmth. There's a lot of simplies here, isn't there? Damien started to guide me, though, into the Hot water of the spring. I looked to him with a slightly confused look. Oh, really? Here?
Why not?
Boy! Boy! Come on! This is a family-friendly channel! No, it's not. It's really not. No, it's really not. This is not family-friendly content. I'm pretty sure it's not. God damn it! I'm trying to be! It's like this is the only episode I'm trying to be family-friendly. My mind instantly agreed. Why not? Why not? That reminds me of the Pokemon. Why not? I followed Damien and cuddled close as we both stood in the water. Why would you stand? You gotta sit. You gotta... It didn't take long for us to get back into the mood we were in, intensified by the heat of the spring. Were we both actually naked or just wearing clothes? No, we both stripped, so we're all naked. Damien pulled me close, knowing I was still shy, and began to kiss my lips over and over. Which lips? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be family friendly! Each kiss was his promise to keep me safe, keep me comfortable, love me. I kept my arms wrapped around Damien, taking each kiss he gave me and giving him my own kisses in return. Wow, it's almost like it's a mutual love. Ooh. I didn't know if it was the fact we were both naked or maybe I just craved his touch, but I didn't want to let him go. Ah! Why? Oh hell! The steam ran over our bodies, cleansing our skins as we held on to each other like it was the end of the world. Do I dare? Oh, fuck! There's a booty there! I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, make it the thumbnail, be like, we got laid! We got laid! I think this is the first game I've lost my virginity in. Just kidding. I'm a virgin. Don't judge me. Ah, fuck! I didn't get to take the screenshot. Fuck. Okay. Hide it. Okay, 1 second. I'm sorry. Let's take a few minutes. Or seconds. Or maybe like 2 minutes. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a very urgent matter. Okay. Almost there. Gotta get that side. The top. And we're good. Okay, got me a screenshot of that. Perfect. Okay. The fragrance of the spring engraved itself into my memory. Doesn't it smell like sulfur? As I let him touch me and hold me to him, he was gentle and sweet, making sure to be attentive to every part of me. However, as he held me, I could slightly feel the shiver of his hands. Was he nervous? Oh, really? Really? No, he's not nervous. Of course he's nervous. Fuck. Was I his first? Oh my god, are you... I don't think so. Maybe he's nervous because, I don't know, he actually loves you? He wasn't going to show it. He wanted me to enjoy this moment, but was afraid of screwing up. His shivering hands showed me his motions perfectly. The pleasure between us would be heavenly, and we'd go through it together. No, it's not heavenly, it's hellish. There we go. Devilish. There we go. Nyeh. There we go. I closed my eyes and gave myself to Damien. My body, my mind, my soul, it all belonged to him as he held me. All we're doing is holding each other nakedly. But come on, you gotta put some parts in some other parts and, swiggle them around and have a fun time like that. His body, his mind, his soul, it all belonged to me as I gave into his embrace. His kisses and fingers over... us girls, all we need is just a description of a guy, like, putting their hands and kissing us. Like, putting her hands on us and kissing us. And that's about it. That's about it. That's about it. We'll get off to that. And his fingers over my skin would forever engrave themselves. There's a lot of engraving in it here, too. You know, he should engrave his penis, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Themselves into my memory as our passion rose through incredible heights. Our breaths and moans to each other equally sounded and echoed like a blissful chant we never wished to end. Ooh, we kept moving, loving, feeling every inch of our bodies until we had had enough and I was enveloped in his embrace. There's a lot of embracing going on here, too! Skin to skin, heartbeats matching. How do you know? We held each other in the glow of the aftermath. We couldn't stay in the spring forever, though. Eventually, Damien managed to bring us back to my room, laying us both in my bed to relax. With his magic, we were dried off before we hit the sheets. Ooh. I nuzzled my head under Damien's chin as he held me close.
I love you.
God damn, I know! I love you, too. Let me take this seriously. I love you, too. Just to hear those words come from Damien's mouth made my heart flutter. To hear me answer made my soul warm in glee. There's a lot of warm souls here, huh? I could feel both of us sink into a peaceful sleep together. It was the best sleep I had had in days, and I was happy. I had love, and I had my happiness. My life was simply perfect. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring into Damien's bare chest. I blushed but looked up to see Damien still sleeping. His sleeping face made me giggle softly, but the reality of this situation made my heart flutter. I couldn't believe it. I was laying next to a man I had grown to love with all of my heart. His warm embrace, so much embracing! I know it's a little bit late, but just rewind the video and take a drink every time it says embrace, fingers, touch, soul, warmth, heat, passion, kiss, simply. I think that's about it. That's about it. Take a shot every time there's that. Okay. You might die. His warm embrace made me feel safe. Oh, and safe. And feel. And moment. And snuggle. And chest. And... I'm sorry. His warm embrace made me feel safe, and as our tender moment replayed in my head, I couldn't help but smile and snuggle into his chest further. Unconsciously, he held me tighter to his body, giving me more of his warmth. I didn't want to move, but then my core suddenly tightened and made me sit up without waking the man next to me. I felt my legs move and bring me to my balcony window, where I opened the glass and stepped out into the patio. I stared wide-eyed at Diana, who sat cross-legged on the railing of my balcony with her glowing gold-eyed stare upon me. I opened my mouth to object, but Diana stopped me. So this is where we left off last time. So hooray! I was hoping that we would get to this point again, and we did. So hooray! Let's continue. Finally. Jeez.
Before you get all huffy, I didn't come here to take your precious man away.
Why not? That's so mean. Just kidding.
By the way, how was it exactly? Demons are the best lovers, after all.
I glared. What do you want, Diana? Yeah, what do you want, Diana? Fuck off, you bitch.
Well, I wanted to extend a deal to you. I promise you'll like it.
I don't want any deals with you.
Not even to make Damien human?
I'm not giving you the boys!
I'm not asking for the boys this time. Ugh.
I stared dumbfounded as I looked to Diana. She rubbed her temple, clearly annoyed.
This whole trip has been a waste of my time and energy. All I want to do is go back home and take over my kingdom.
Okay. Then why don't you? Yeah, why don't you, Diana? Fuck off already.
Because I need more energy if I want to even try to defend my home from that maniac demon lord. I may be brilliant, but I'm not exactly fortified to fight him.
I pressed my lips together in a flat line, not sure what Diana was wanting. Then I'm listening.
I'm willing to turn Damien human, if you're willing to give me your energy and his.
What? Wait, what?
Simple, really. Give me the magic you're holstering in your body and let me take Damien's, and I'll be on my way, and you'll get a human boyfriend. A boring, plain, human boyfriend.
I couldn't believe my ears. Was Diana really offering this deal to me? How would you take this energy?
From you, a simple kiss will do. From him, that's a different story.
What do you mean?
I have to sleep with him.
No! I am so sorry. Why did that come out of my mouth? I think it was the combination of what she said and the fact that the music stopped that made me scream. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I'm sorry. I almost lunged at her. She must have been joking. Her sleep with him? No way in hell! Diana held her hands up in defense. That's me.
What you humans don't understand is how we demons work. A touch is a mere sip of energy, while sex is a pure energy transferal. Perfect for humans. A really passionate love-making session would drain any demon of their energy.
But he's...
Yes, he's your man, but I need the energy and you want him to get his wish. We both win, get it? I'll even throw in a memory spell. He won't even remember it.
Oh, but I will. I grew enraged. How was she okay with this? How did she expect me to be okay with this? But what if he doesn't want it? I'm not going to let you rape...
If Damien doesn't want it. Silly girl, do you not understand what he's willing to do for his humanity?
I froze. Diana smirked.
He's willing to have sex with me. He just won't say yes in front of you because he doesn't want to hurt you. It's rather pathetic.
I want to slap her. I couldn't believe my ears. Was this the truth? No way. It couldn't be. Yet, at the same time, this made sense. This was why Damien was so silent the first time she asked him. Was it truly because he didn't want to hurt me? Or was he not actually willing? Actually not willing. Diana's voice broke my thoughts.
By the way, I'm not a total bitch if that's what you're thinking. I will ask him first before doing anything.
Thank you! I'm not a total bitch. Yeah, that's what every total bitch says, is that... What? She's just a slight bitch. What? She was going to ask him? Why? You'll ask him? What if he actually doesn't want sex with you for humanity?
If he says no, I'll just toss him back here and not change him. I'm not willing to do it with someone who will say no to me.
Oof, that sounded feisty. The way she talked about this deal annoyed me to no end. This was definitely a business deal, but this deal tore at my chest. Let him sleep with her and he'll become human. Don't and he'll remain a demon. Well, my guide says to let her. I'm not very comfortable with that answer, but I mean, the guide says so, so I will do it because I live my life by guides. Oh god. Here we go. Damien's face popped back into my memory, reminding me of his desperate wish to become a human. I was able to grant it to him right here. Damien... Not Damien. Fuck! Too many D's! Diana was a cruel woman. No, she's a succubus. Fine.
Fine. Meaning you'll agree to my terms.
I agree to your terms.
Beautiful. Now.
Diana slid down from the railing and walked to me, gently running a finger up my neck to under my chin.
Your energy first.
I closed my eyes, not wanting to look at her as she kissed me. The kiss wasn't unpleasant by any means. In fact, I felt myself melting in the kiss more so than I wanted. Every single nerve in my body tingled as energy spiraled up my entire being and into Diana's kiss. Soon I felt a little weaker and a little more vulnerable than I was before. Diana pulled away and smiled down at me.
Such an interesting human girl. Sad to see you give up your powers so easily.
It's for Damien.
Right. Now, speaking of the bastard son...
Okay. My guy says don't say anything. So I won't say anything. This is the last choice I have to make, and after this, I think the game's gonna be over. I'll just make it a really long episode, okay? And then we can replay it and choose a different guy. Yay! Diana walked into the bedroom and towards Damien, looking down at his sleeping figure.
Oh, such a sweet thing.
I'm very creeped out. How are you going to...
I'll enthrall him, take his energy, cleanse his body, make him forget, and then cast the human spell when he goes back to sleep. Simple, really.
Damn. That's it? It's not like you fucking had to rehearse that shit.
That's it. I'll make sure there's no trace of me when I'm done.
Just do it before I change my mind.
As you wish.
Diana chuckled before snapping her fingers, making Damien vanish from my bed. I instinctively panicked, but caught a hold of myself, remembering what was going on. Remember to bring him back.
I will. A demon never goes back on their word.
I'm uncomfortable about that. And with that, Diana vanished. I felt my stomach churn in disgusting patterns at the thought of Diana with Damien. I'm like, my voice is cracking, like, shit, and I don't know if I'm doing it on purpose or not. I don't know. I'm sorry. However, before I could even flex a muscle, Diana reappeared, adjusting her hair back to normal. Huh. What?
What? Oh.
Diana let out a small laugh as I raised an eyebrow.
I brought into an isolated tear between our worlds. There, time moves much faster than in reality, so I was able to take what I needed to be done.
Diana snapped her fingers, making Damien reappear in my bed as if he never left.
And there he is, clean and human.
Human? I quickly ran to Damien's side, not sure what else to say. Diana sighed and popped a hip while crossing her arms at me.
Pity. Damien had so much potential, even for a bastard son.
Can you... Before I could speak more, Diana vanished into the air, leaving me alone with Damien. I looked around, a little paranoid. She should just be hiding, but as I clarified to myself that she was gone, I looked to Damien and brushed a strand of hair from his face. Human. Something about this was bittersweet. He got what he wanted, but he had to sleep with Diana to get it. I slipped back under the covers and into Damien's arms, feeling him unconsciously hold me close to him. I cuddled close, letting sleep take over my mind. Morning had come, and I was well awake before Damien. He was still in my arms, sleeping peacefully as if nothing had happened. One thing was for certain, though. He was human. He was no longer a demon. He was a human, as he wanted. I waited for Damien to wake, waited to see him realize that he no longer had magic. I didn't have to wait long. Damien slowly opened his eyes, stretching and rousing up. I held my breath, waiting for him to make the realization. He wouldn't be able to read my mind. He wouldn't be able to use his magic. Damien's eyes landed on me, and his face grew a happy smile.
More.
His voice instantly grew silent as he stared at me, his smile suddenly fading into a look of shock. His mouth opened, but his eyes showed a speechless surprise. Damien couldn't read my thoughts. Damien slowly sat up, keeping his eyes on me as if he was trying to figure out if he was in a dream. I gave a little smile to him. It was almost too cute to see him like this. Damien brought a hand to my face and ran it over my cheek. I closed my eyes, feeling its warmth. Ah!
I can't read your mind. I don't have magic anymore.
I opened my eyes again, smiling at Damien's surprised expression now. In exchange for my magic and energy, Diana gave you your In exchange for my magic and energy, Diana gave you your humanity. I stared, going almost frightful, as Damien's eyes began to water. His hand on my cheek slightly began to tremble. I didn't know if he was angry or happy, so I prepared for the former. I was expecting him to grab me and hug me, tight enough to press the air out of me. I gasped as I felt Damien hold me close and tightly. He was trembling, which only increased my fear. What melted my heart was the sound of Damien weeping into my shoulder.
I'm human. You made me human.
You're gonna make me cry, man! I wrapped my arms around Damien, burying my face in his shoulder and nodding. You're human now, Damien.
Thank you.
I love you. Damien pulled away slightly and pulled me into a kiss, one that was passionate and full of love. I imagined it to be one of the greatest kisses of all mankind, for Damien's love filled every part of my body. I was happy. The rest of the story can... Oh, wow, really? Boo! The rest of the story can almost be passed over. With Diana gone, my life returned to normal with school and my friends not remembering what had happened. It was as if magic never even appeared in my world. What about the other boys? One thing was for certain, however. Damien loved me and I loved him just as much. We had promised our lives to each other and nothing was going to take that away from us. Not even time itself. Our love was so powerful, it practically overwhelmed me with joy every time I found him holding me close every morning. What was even better was that Damien was truly happy. He was human as he always wanted, and he showed me his great gratitude every day. The other boys decided to leave out of their own accord. They knew that my future would only need Damien at my side, so they each decided to start their own lives in the human world. Damien understood perfectly, wishing his brothers the best. That's what happened. Besides, Damien was a human now, and he had found someone to care for. His brothers didn't need to worry about him now that he's caring for me. I felt bad as well, for being closer to Damien than the others, but they reassured me that I was okay and that they would remain nearby should I ever need them. I was happy for that. They made me promise, however, that I would love Damien for as long as we lived. That promise was instantly given. But what of my future? Well, it was kind of made for me. Before I graduated, James decided to step into the light of the Anderson Toys Company, and with the help of his demon powers and leadership charisma, he managed to influence not only the entire board, but my father as well into letting him run for CEO. Wow! God damn, James! I was beyond shocked. How James managed to do all that was beyond me, but then when the vote was called, James had taken over the company I was destined to have. He vowed to respect the wishes of the late CEO and helped the company become an even grander company. For a demon, it was simple to make a company grand. My grandfather would have been proud to see how James helped it shine. With the CEO position filled, my father had no choice but to let me decide my future, which made me happy beyond compare. No longer would I have the future scaring me into a corner. I could choose my life on my own. Yay. That being said, I was still scared of where the future was going to take me. What did I want to do? Did I want to help James build the company? Did I want to venture off on my own? Damien reassured me that he would support me and help me through whatever I decided to do. I was grateful and would never forget that promise. I was happy and nothing could shake me down from that happiness. One morning, a good couple of years after the boys and I met, I had a moment to myself, so I sat in my room and took in all that had happened as if it was all a dream. The demons, the devils, the magic, it was all surreal to believe. It almost frightened me to think that it could have been all a dream. But the warm feeling in my heart reminded me that it was all real. The demons, the magic, the love I had, all real. Wait, love I had? Whoa, what happened there? I smiled as I held my hands to my chest, relishing in the feelings dancing within my soul.
Are you okay?
No! I looked up at last to see Damien by the doorway, smiling at me. I smiled back. I was just thinking.
Oh? What about?
I was just remembering how we met and such.
Really now?
Yeah, and I wouldn't change anything. I smiled in assurance at my own words. Everything I went through, everything I did for Damien, I'd do it again 10 times over. And I will do that! But not for Damien, for other guys on this game. Because this is a series I will never let die. Holy shit. Damien walked over and sat beside me, wrapping an arm around my shoulders.
You wouldn't change anything?
Nope. Damien looked at me with almost annoying smile. He knew something. I just didn't know what.
I know about the real deal that made me human.
No! I bet. I figured. I instantly felt myself go pale. He knew? How? Diana had put a spell on his memories to make him forget. What do you mean? Damien stood up and walked to my window, staring out it.
My humanity, in exchange for your energy, and mine.
I quickly stood up. No, let me slowly stand up here. Damien, I need to check my recording software. Damn, I've been recording for 30 plus minutes? Damn. Okay, let's keep going. I'm gonna finish this shit in this one episode. And then next episode we'll be choosing a different guy. Yay! Let's go for, we're going for Sam next time, right? That's what I was saying? Yeah, let's do Sam. Let's do Sam, if you know what I mean. Damien, I
know that you agreed to let Diana take my energy if she agreed to remove my memories and make me human.
Damien. I walked over and tried to reach out to him. I felt myself stop before even touching him. The choice was coming back to haunt me. I felt helpless and powerless. I didn't know what to do. My heart was ripping itself in two. However, Damien looked to me with a smile.
Well, Diana didn't make me have sex with her.
The music stopped again. What? I looked to Damien, raising an eyebrow as he wrapped an arm around my waist and pulled me to his body.
She took my energy, yes, but through a ritual. Demons don't completely lose their energy through sex. So she decided I was not worth the lay and simply put me through a draining ritual, used only for demons who were going to be executed.
But she made a deal.
She didn't have to remove memories if she didn't have sex with me. She still kept to her word.
I was completely dumbfounded. I was played! I was completely and utterly played! That bitch! Damien laughed at the obvious anger on my face, pulling me close and leaning his forehead on mine.
Still, to think you'd make me sleep with her just to get my humanity.
You wanted to be human there, and there was no other way I could think of. Damien kissed my forehead.
No. There wasn't any other way.
I'm sorry. Damien lifted my chin, making me look up at him. I felt completely guilty. I let him be taken over by Diana, and he could have slept with her all for his humanity. Blech.
Don't be sorry. You wanted me to be happy. If anything, you sacrificed a lot more than I could have.
I pressed my lips together, not wanting to feel more guilt. I knew he was trying to make me feel better, but I felt utterly gross for letting that choice happen. Damien laughed before he kissed my cheek, making my guilt slightly shudder.
I understand why, okay? Please, don't beat yourself up over this.
Damien. I felt tears run down my cheeks. I didn't even deserve to be held by him. I felt sick to my stomach at myself. I tried to pull away, but Damien held me tighter, not letting me get away. No, let go. No, let go.
Hey, calm down.
Damien pulled me closer, pulling my head to his chest and trying to soothe my crying. I gripped onto him, conflicted at myself. I wanted to get away from him, but I needed to hold him.
Diana thought you were very brave to make that decision. She respected you for making that kind of sacrifice. It's not easy to give the one you love away like that for their happiness.
Damien lifted my head once again, a world of love within his eyes.
I love you so much. I don't deserve your love at all. You gave me everything. You made me human. For that, I can never repay you.
Boy, you're gonna make me cry with this music and what you're saying. Damien. Before I could finish, Damien pulled me into a kiss. It reminded me of all the love we shared and all the love we would share together. I gripped onto his shoulders as he held me close. I pulled away from the kiss slowly, looking up at him, still slightly pained and guilt. You forgive me? Ah! Damien smiled and lifted me up, wrapping his arms around my waist and looking up at me with the happiest and most loving smile on his face. Boy, I'm taking another screenshot. I'm getting a lot of good material here for thumbnails. But goddamn, man. Just give me a few seconds, okay? Okay, we're gonna be fine. Just a few more seconds and everything will be fine. What time is it? Holy shit. Feel like I've been recording forever. This music is so good. I won't cry. I wanna cry. I won't cry.
A lifetime with the woman I love is well worth forgiving you.
Oh God, man! I felt a large smile grow on my face. Happy tears now bedding over my cheeks. Ah! I love you, Damien.
I love you too.
I didn't want to wake up if this was indeed a dream. I felt light as a feather, not wanting to ever let go of this man in my life. There were no words that could describe the emotions within me. I felt joy, happiness, ecstatic, high, all at once. Here I was, with the man I would be with, forever holding me like I was his greatest treasure. The past was behind us. We had a future to meet. And that was my happily ever after. End Damien's humanity. S. New password unlocked. Demon War. Oh, what do I have to write this down or some shit? Oh, I don't think so. I could just look back at this video and be like, what's that password? Okay. Don't know what the password would be for, but alright. Is this credits? Is this credits? I hope this doesn't get copyright. Well, this certainly was a good game. I rate it 8 out of 10, or maybe at least it's between like 7 and an 8. It's an okay game, really. Of course, there are a lot of grammar mistakes and things that just don't make sense, and they really use a lot of the same words over and over again, and it's like, why? Pickle 131. Suzu. Fuck. But it was a really interesting game. I just didn't like the fact that there was just so many repeated words, so many messed up things, but it is a really good, interesting game. It's a good game for a free game. I don't know if I'll play the sequel ever, because the sequel does cost money. And I'm like poor as fuck. Not really, I just don't like spending money on games. It's just like, what if I don't like the game? Do I get a refund? And sometimes you don't. It's like, well, fuck. But it's kind of, I like, the art is fine. It's passable. There are some sprite poses and shit that doesn't look right. It looks kind of gross. The art style for each of the like little special doodle stuff scenes that happen, it looks like it changes all the time, so it's not really that consistent, I guess. And that's kind of what bothered me about it, is that just like the art was never really super consistent. It's like you can recognize that these are the same characters, but it's not the same art style, and it looks just gross, I guess. Especially with the teacher's sprite. The teacher's sprite looked so bad, and like actually the few of the girls' sprites looked really bad, especially with the front view. Like the bully girl, her face looked so bad, and like the teacher, her torso was just like, what the fuck's going on here? But and the art is passable. It's passable. Barb Dick's crab nipples and Richard's pickles. Please don't ask. I'm gonna ask about that. What the fuck, Barb Dick's crab nipples and Richard's pickles? I'll look that up. I'm gonna look that up. But yeah, this game is okay. It's not super great. It's not super terrible. Achievement unlocked, Damien's humanity. Well, that was Seduce Me the Otome, Damien. That was the Damien route. Next time I'll go with Sam, because holy shit, he got really good at the end and stuff. But if you guys enjoyed this and want to see more, especially Sam, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!